Greetings! So I am back and I'm going to show you another guide on how to acquire Phoenix from Chadley's Battle Simulator as early as possible. So this is in the chapter, just literally chapter 4, earliest that you can, Dawn of a New Era. These levels that I've got them on at the moment, level 24, is the lowest possible level. So this is without any grinding whatsoever. And Phoenix is insanely difficult to obtain. I think this is possibly the hardest fight so far from Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth in terms of having to get every single thing right and time it to a T. So I'll show you the equipment. Well, the main thing really is just the materia. Precision defense helps for Cloud. First strike as well is useful. Enemy skill as well. You want the sonic boom, I think it's called, and prayer. So that's important for Cloud. Tifa, chakra is very much optional, but occasionally is useful. Precision defense as well, helpful. And you want fire as well. Steadfast block is also really useful for her. And so then on Eris, ideally you want a level 2 ice so she can use Blizzara. In fact, I'd say if you don't have this, it's going to make it a lot harder. So this is pretty important. Hopefully you've got that. And then healing, and that's the main thing that you want on her. In terms of their actual gear, there's really not much to it. Just kind of their latest will do absolutely fine. So whatever they've got at this point in the game should be fine. But it's the materia that matters. Now I have obtained the enhanced the enhanced bracelet and armlet and bangle through transmutation. It just gives an extra slot of materia. But there you go. That's the setup. What I'll do is I'll show you the full ridiculously detailed guide, and then I'll put a timestamp in the description for just the fight itself, if you just want to see the fight. So there you go. Without further ado, now that you've got the setup, I'm going to jump into the actual guide. One thing I forgot to mention, of course, is the fact that this is on full might. Which is what makes it so extremely difficult. I mean, in a way, I don't think you're really meant to try at this stage. It's meant to be incredibly hard. So, Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith are the three that you want. And without further ado, let's give this a shot. I'm going to do it on the fly, and there's a lot to say. So, hopefully I won't chew your ear off with information. But this is a ridiculously detailed guide after all. Okay, so immediately jump in, get Cloud his first ATB, go to Tifa and just use her whirling uppercut a number of times until he starts doing Breath of Creation. Then just do normal attacks. This builds up ATV with Tifa. Breath of Creation is going to create this flan. Now, one thing that you may or may not have seen is that around Phoenix, he's got these 3 orbs. That relates to 3 fiends that he's going to summon. And once you kill those 3 fiends, he'll become pressured. So that's where we're going to start. Now, the real trick is you want to have their limit breaks ready for Tifa and Cloud. Ideally, Aerith as well, by the time you pressure him the first time around. So that's what we're aiming to do. This guy is weak to fire. So on Tifa, hopefully, with your foibles, I think it's called foibles, I forget now. You've managed to get Fiery Impulse. So you want to do Fiery Impulse on the flan. If not, you'll have to use a fire magic, but Fiery Impulse is much better. And then go over to Cloud. I just dodge away because you don't want to do too much damage because you don't want to kill it. You want to stagger it because when you stagger, you get a nice amount of limit break. So if you watch Cloud's limit in just a minute, so there she goes. She pressures it. He uses Focus Thrust. Bang, bang. And there you go. He's now staggered the flan. And that's given him a nice little boost on his limit break. Now you want to go to Aerith, because the flan takes no damage really from physical attacks. So you want to use her magical attacks. I'm just going to block this fire that Phoenix is doing against Aerith. And there we go. The flan is down. That's 1 out of 3 in this first segment of the battle. Now I'm going to just jump over to Cloud, get him a bit of ATB, and then jump over to Tifa, get her some ATB. And then I'm going to use Unbridled Strength on her. So she goes up to Chi level 2, which is pretty important. So you need to remember to do that. Now back to Cloud, and I'm just going to do Counter Fire. So Counter Fire, which I did with Tifa. So you can do that with either Tifa or Aerith. It's a pretty OP synergy skill. If you do Counter Fire, it will build up both ATB for both of them. It'll also build up a little bit of the limit gauge. So Phoenix just did Incandescent Blast, I think is the name of that move. One thing that is tough about this fight, you gotta just get the timing right. You gotta watch out for those red lettered names of the moves. Otherwise, you're gonna get a lot of damage done to you. And you can also optimize on them. Okay, Breath of Creation means that the second Fiend is gonna come out in just a second. So I'm gonna switch over to Tifa. Because this second Fiend is the Bomb. Now, the Bomb is particularly awkward. When he does Fire Breath, if you're with Tifa and if she's got Chi level 2, she can pressure him. And as I said, the goal is to get a couple of limit breaks ready. So we're going to start getting that limit up with the Bomb. So punch, punch, punch. Okay, now this is what we're talking about. You see, he just did the fire move, and if Tifa is attacking whilst at Chi level 2, she will be able to pressure him, which is perfect. He doesn't always do this move immediately, so we're a little bit lucky. Now with Cloud, we're going to want to get him up to his limit break first, so I'm just going to pressure him now and use Focus Thrust, which will give us that extra limit once the bomb is staggered. Okay, Surging Flame is coming out. Like I say, you need to watch out for those red letters. I'm going to build up some ATB with Aerith, just block against that. Oops, I am commentating and therefore I got the timing wrong, but that's not the end of the world. Now, here's a bit of a delicate situation. You don't want to kill the bomb too quickly. So usually at this stage, what I do is I jump over to Tifa, and now I'm going to use Soaring Flurry to keep her and Cloud busy, because I don't actually want to damage the bomb too much whilst it's staggered, because we may need to stagger it a couple of times to get the limit breaks that we want. Meanwhile, I'm just going to block against Phoenix's attack. Again, you're having to kind of multitask, and that is difficult. Okay, he's no longer staggered, so now we can start attacking him again. Now, Breath of Creation has just been done, and this new bad guy has come out, the Grand Horn. So what you want to do, ideally, is you want to cast fire using Tifa against the Grand Horn whilst it's blocking. Now, we're being unlucky here. It's choosing not to block. Now, here's the thing. This thing does a lot of damage to your guys. So it's a bonus if you can get fire off on him while he's blocking, but actually he's already taken a bit of damage. The fire is now probably just going to kill him straight away. Meanwhile, Phoenix is doing Surging Blaze, I think that's the name of it. So I'm just going to jump over to Cloud, block with Counter Fire with Tifa, and then we're hopefully safe. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just looking at their health now. Cloud is okay. He has got enough health. He's also got his limit break. I think their health is okay. What I'm going to do now is we're just going to beat up on the bomb and try and kill it. As soon as one of them, Cloud or Tifa, have their limit break, your goal is to just kill the bomb. So that's what we're going to do. And you're constantly also multitasking. He's and watching what Phoenix is doing, which is quite hard to do. Okay, he's about to do his fire breath thing, which is great. Tifa with her Chi level 2 is going to pressure him, and that's now staggered. Surging Flame, who am I going to block with? Let's give Aerith a little bit more limit. Block and do counter fire with Aerith. Accidentally did it with Tifa. It's hard to remember who's who. Okay. Now, the goal when you get to this point, and I'm sorry I forgot to mention this, there's a lot to have to remember, but there's you want Cloud to have, you want them all to have full ATB. So that's why just now, when we were beating up on the dead bomb, I wasn't using their abilities. You want them to have full ATB at this point, okay? So now I'm going to do 2 focus thrusts with Cloud and a focus strike with Tifa. And then it's good to just kind of try to dodge into him with Tifa and do her sort of aerial attack or area of effect attack like this. And then when he's just a little smidgen away from being staggered, let's go over to Aerith and actually stagger him with Aerith so she gets a full limit break as well. It's not critical, but it's just nice if you can have her healing wind ready. So now that we're at this stage, we're exactly where we want to be. Tifa comes in. She's going to do Omni Strike. And as soon as she does Omni Strike, let's get her limit break off. And what we'll do is with Cloud as well, we'll get him to do his limit break. So Tifa has only done 1 Omni Strike. That's important to remember. You don't have a lot of time here, and you don't want to damage him too much. This is really awkward, because if he goes below half health, he does his ultimate attack, and it will just one-shot you all at this stage. So you want to get him quite damaged, but not more than half damage to his health. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to Aerith. And right now, they're looking pretty good. I'm just going to do a Soul Drain. Actually, I didn't need to even do that. And then I'm just going to use her full attack to get her some extra ATB. Now, that's a decent amount of damage on him. I'd say we could do with a little bit more. So usually at this point, by the way, if one of your party members is quite damaged, you can use Aerith to cure them and then do a Soul Drain. That's usually what happens, but we're just fortunate in this fight. No one's terribly damaged. And right now we're going to get quite a nice reset as he basically switches. He has to re-summon those 3 orbs, and then we'll have another 3 creatures to fight. So we go to Cloud. Now first, before he summons those 3 orbs, he's going to do a number of pretty nasty area of effect attacks, and it's best to try to dodge these rather than block or use counter fire, because you don't want to damage him too much. I'm just going to attack him a little bit. So right now with the Crimson Tetrad, you just look for the square that's not on fire, and then he does the Aurora, which again, you just look for the sections on the ground which are free of the flame. You just kind of learn that as you go along, to be honest. If you must, obviously, if you find yourself on the flame, just use counter fire. Okay, so now I just use Prayer with Cloud to basically, this is the reset that we're talking about. Quite nice. Oops, accidentally did counter fire. Okay, now Archdragon comes along. So immediately use Reverse Gale. So Reverse Gale is one of Tifa's abilities. That will get the thing up in the air. Now it staggers the Archdragon immediately, which is fantastic. Incandescent Burst is about to happen, so let's go with blocking that with Tifa. Oh, I was a little bit slow, so he just did a normal block. That's absolutely fine. So back to... oh, no, I think he did actually pull that off. Okay. So I'm going to do Reverse Gale again and just kill this Archdragon. So yeah, so Tifa's managed to stagger the Archdragon by using Reverse Gale. So that's one of her abilities there. A very, very good ability. At this point, we're not putting her into Chi level 2. We'll get to that in just a minute. Surging Flame. Let's go back to Cloud. Who do I want to give this to? I think I want to give this to Tifa again. So block with Counterfire. Gives them some ATB and also some limit, which is really, really nice. Okay, so I'm going to carry on with Cloud now, and we're going to pray again. And this just gives us a wonderful reset. And now Fleetwing. So what you want to do, dodge roll, and then attack, go into the air with Cloud, and attack this Fleetwing. It's being very annoying and just flying around in circles. Okay, that happens sometimes, I guess. That's okay. Usually he'll fly and try and actually attack you, which is what we want, because then as you attack him when he's in the air, you will stagger him. So now Cloud's managed to stagger him and get a good little bit of limit. We're about to have Incandescent Burst, so let's give that to Tifa. Whew, it's really hard to get the timing right when you're commentating at the same time. Okay, they've all got ATB. It's looking pretty darn good right now. Okay, Breath of Creation, and we got the last guy being summoned. So what I did just there, which I did very quickly, but I switched into Punisher mode just as he was swinging his club down. And if you do it right, then you are immune to the physical attack. You gain a bunch of ATB, you gain some limit, and you also put pressure on the enemy. So that's a pretty good thing to be able to do. And if you block while you're in Punisher mode against physical attacks, it's just absolutely OP. So as you can see now, Cloud is very close to having his limit break. I'm just going to give him the extra attack. There we go. Block once again. Meanwhile, where is Phoenix? Okay, he's not doing anything we need to be worried about just yet. Oh, he was, in fact. He was busy attacking us. So then I just want to hack away. Watch out for what Phoenix is doing, because he will batter you if you're not careful. I'm going to pray just to give Cloud a bit of health. Okay, so we're doing okay here. Brutish Tremor you can't block with by switching into Punisher mode. It's a area of effect. It's counted as a ranged attack. So I've just blocked that normally. Surging Flame again. Let's just block that with Aerith this time. Okay. So at this point, it's probably about time that we give Unbridled Strength to Tifa. And then we'd like Aerith to put an Arcane Ward on the floor. So that's that. And then, oops, I got the timing wrong there. Just about managed to block that. Okay, and just keep hacking away at him. That's good. Managed to block that. Now, soon I might decide that we're going to have to use... I'm just going to block that. Yeah, we're going to have to use Healing Wind now. This is why it's good for Aerith to have a limit break. So she's going to cure Tifa. And I'm going to attack him. Rending Talons. I'm going to block that. Keep attacking, swinging away. Okay, it's looking really good now. We're just going to get this thing killed. Okay, we just about managed. But at the same time, we got hit by Incandescent Burst. So the goal for this second time that Phoenix is pressured is for an Arcane Ward to be on the ground, for Tifa to have Chi level 2, and for all of them, for Cloud and Tifa to have a full limit break, and for Cloud and Tifa, and ideally Aerith as well. Actually, it's a shame that she doesn't. That might make things harder for us. But to have full ATB. So that's what we want right now. Okay, and then 2 Focus Thrust, switch to Tifa, and do a Focus Strike. Okay, back to Cloud, and now let's try and get Aerith this ATB. So I'm going to block the Flaming Gazer with Counter Strike with Aerith, just to give her that ATB. And then Tifa's going to keep attacking. Now, look at his health. If it drops below half, he does his ultimate. So that's why you have to really watch that. And pretty much what I've just shown you during this fight is pretty routine. So if you follow this, it does depend a bit on, obviously it'll depend on your character's levels, but you should wind up at this spot, which is pretty much perfect. And unless we're really unlucky, we should be able to pull this off. But here's where you need to do everything exactly as I do it. So first of all, Omni Strike with Tifa. Now, as soon as you see her doing Omni Strike, go to Aerith. If you're lucky with Aerith, she's already in her Arcane Ward, which she is on this occasion. Sometimes she's not, and then you need to use her special ability to teleport her to the Arcane Ward, and then do a Blizzara against Phoenix from the Arcane Ward, which will double up on the spell. Jump back to Tifa. Unbridled Strength, Omni Strike, Unbridled Strength, Omni Strike. So we've done 3 Omni Strikes. Once you've done 3 Omni Strikes, meanwhile, if you're good at jumping to and fro, Aerith is throwing those Blizzaras at Phoenix. Now you want to do both of their limit breaks. So Cloud and Tifa both do their limit breaks. Jump back to Aerith. Make sure she's inside the Arcane Ward, and a final Blizzara. And this should basically do the trick. So there you go. So you have to do it absolutely perfectly, because if you don't kill Phoenix on exactly that moment, he'll get up and simply do his ultimate and wipe you all. So that's why it's so particularly challenging to get this right. But there you go. Oh, and I happen to get myself a new record with this run through, so that's absolutely perfect. Thank you very much for watching. What I'll do now is just show you the fight, an example of the fight without any commentary. Cheers.
Keep it together. Your turn. Take him down. I can help too. Why don't you leave? Hang back. Deal with that. I got You're up. I'm in. Don't overdo it. I got this. Take it on. Deal with that. Come on. Down. You're up. Let's do this. Here it comes. Finish it. Strike. Let's finish it. Ready for you. Go. There. Come on. Ready. Let's go. Got you. Take him down. Easy. Good to go. That's it. Feel the heat. Take it over. Take the lead. I got this. Bring it. Finish him off. Don't think you'll walk away with this. One more shot. Try this. It's on you.
Let me. You ready?
I
You're up.
got this. Do it.
Here. All set. Come on. Here. Watch yourself. I'll show you what I can do. Time to end. You ready? Sorry. Let's finish this. Let's pour out the drink. My turn.
You're out of luck.
Okay. Thank you. Get ready. It's your turn now.
Leave it to me.
Come on. Come in.
Come on. It's on you.
I got this. Up you go. You're up.
Taking over. Do it.
Let me at her. I won't let you down.
Don't overdo it. Just